Hey guys, welcome to another week, another teaser. So this one will be from the 6th of October until the 10th of October. So let's see what we have. Coming up on Monday, Braboiki gets arrested. Uh, I'm really enjoying this storyline. Um, especially now when, everything sort of starts to click together. Like you have Maruti who's involved, you have Manaka who's involved, and this has been building up for the longest of time. And this is what I like about this storyline. It the whether this was intentional or not, but I just like how they roped all those characters in, and when you check, it's like, of course, the Manaka one, that's the one that came as a surprise for me. And also the Maruti one also came as a surprise, like, oh, because I thought Maruti has had his own, like he made his money, like, like legit way. I never thought it would be through the tenders. I've never heard of him talk about tenders though. But anyway, this storyline, this is the one that I'm currently enjoying. So I'm tuned in, can't see where they go with this. Kwaito is horrified when a bag that could incriminate him mysteriously disappears. Kwaito. Kwaito is a hypocrite. He he wants to benefit, right, to become the benefactor, but he doesn't want the risks that come with it. He agreed, he knew exactly where and how Tibos got the business for them, and he still continued anyway, even though all the time he's reminding Tibos like yada 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 yada. But it's like, if he so much hated how Tibos got the business, he could have just left the company. It's as simple as that, because if you don't, then it means, you know you are agreeing to whatever that, however you guys got the business, you are agreeing to it. But now he's acting all righteous and whatnot. Anyhow, so let's continue. Mr. Home is cornered when Tough Times publishes an article that links some of his acquaintances to corruption. Mr. Home. Some of his acquaintances, who could that be? Maruti? No, he's not friends with Maruti. Manaka, same thing. Could there be more? I hope there's more. I don't even know Mr. Home's acquaintances. I don't even know. But anyway, this is that same storyline. I'm really looking forward to this one, and I can't wait to see how it develops. Tuesday, on the 7th, Kwaito screams betrayal, unaware that the truth has been right under his nose all along. Maybe betrayal from Tibos, I'm guessing. But we'll see what kind of betrayal this is. The municipal mayor extends a lifeline to Braboiki, but things take an unexpected turn. That is why he brings back the money, and then all will be, they won't press charges. That's the only card that I see. That's the only card or the lifeline that I see for Braboiki. Pex wonders if he will ever be worthy of a girl's affection again. Yeah, I mean, he's going through it, and this at some point, this is something that you have to obviously wonder. It doesn't matter, what gender. If you are in that position, you have to wonder, like, so I totally see and understand where it's coming from. Wednesday, Mantuli is anxious as her web of secret and lies starts to unravel. So this is about the uncle, and apparently, like I assumed before, there's some life policy insurance that is all of a sudden, coming up, and I'm not sure what the story is yet. But I think Mantuli took out some policy on the brother, and maybe for but it's like, what is a lot of money? Like, with life insurances and life policies, it's like if you take out too much money, then somehow you are trying to, or you were trying to benefit from the person's death. But if you say, well, I'm just gonna take a little, then that's not even looked at as something odd. Which, my question again is like, what is too much money? If you were to take out life insurance on someone for 2 million, is that a lot? 10 million, is that a lot? Because I don't think the number matters, because the life insurance or life policy is there for that. So whatever the value is of that, it is what it is. So I think the only questionable time is when the person insured dies and it wasn't an accident, it was like foul play. Then it's like, I can understand. But according to what I've been seeing with Montu, she didn't do anything. My man had a stroke, and now it's time to cash up. That's what I see. But I think they will try to make it seem as if this is a moral discussion, and it's not even about morals. It's about what's the point of a policy, and if you can pump it up as high as you can, why not? But anyway, and let's not get confused. I believe that a lot of people, this is what they do. This is how they get out of a lot of situations. When someone close to them or someone that they have insured dies, they are cashing out. And it's the unfortunate truth, I guess. It's the unfortunate truth, but it is what it is. Alfred worries about possibly being implicated in Pumeza's explosive article. Oh, and there is also Alfred. Man, I like this story. I like the storyline, and how, like, again, it has been building up for so long, and now when you piece it all together, everything just makes sense, and you just like, and it was just there. Everything was just there all along, and I didn't notice. So now when this thing starts coming up, then it's like, of course it makes sense. So at this point, I think it's safe to assume that any tender going on in TEF, it went through Braboiki. Any tender. Then we can go as far back as TEF. What is that varsity? Is it TEF University, or is it whatever name that they're using for it? I remember at some point Melita used to cook. She had like a tender, a cooking tender, the catering tender, and I just wonder if that was part of this, but that was offered by the school, so no, I don't think it could be. But anyway, this is an interesting storyline. I'm really enjoying this, and also how quickly they wrapped it up. I was kind of concerned that maybe they might drag it for long, but they quickly tied it up, and now it's just things just coming up. Now it's fire after fire after fire. Thursday, Tibos is heartbroken when Mapiti leaves with the kids. Yeah, this is the thing. For as long as things are how they are, everyone will wanna be close to you. But the minute you get exposed for whatever you get exposed for, then people will distance themselves from you. So it's a crazy situation, but I don't blame Mapis in this case. I think she besides I'm certain that here she's leaving because of the of this corruption thing and whatever other thing. I think that's why she's leaving, but I think she should have left a long time ago because of how Thibaut has been treating her along with his family. Will this mark the end of their marriage? Hopefully it marks the end of their marriage. Skeleton tumble out of the closet. Skeletons tumble out of the closet in the Sekamela's house. This is Mantuli's. Is it Mantuli or Kwaito? Kwaito being exposed, or Mantuli. Friday, there are suspicions that Mantuli may have overstepped boundaries to profit from the funeral policy. This is exactly what I was talking about. It's like, what can someone do when you say someone has benefited from a policy? What is it that they have done? And I'm not talking about they had an influence on how the person ended up dying, but in this case, she didn't even. There was no foul play. So how will she be overstepping any boundaries unless? Yeah, I'm interested to know because now I'm thinking, okay, unless if the family, the guy, I'm not sure if he has a wife. I'm pretty sure he has kids. So maybe like what? Maybe they didn't have the policy on him, or like what is the overstepping here? If I come and I insure a certain individual while that person's family or spouse didn't do that, am I overstepping? And in this case, I mean, we're talking about this is the brother, this is her brother, so it's still family. It's not like some far relative. So will that be overstepping? Or maybe if they don't know, will that be overstepping? I'm interested to see here what this overstepping could be. John blames Leato for Tiba. John always blames Leato for everything. I'm pretty sure he will even blame. I think there will also be some jokes that he blames Leato for Brabuiki getting exposed and whatnot. But yeah, so anyhow, that was it. The only one storyline that I'm looking forward to here, it's Brabuiki's storyline, the whole corruption, and I'm still waiting for the drug lord story, money laundering, to see what's happening, any development there. And yeah, so this was it for this week. So until next week, I'm Young. I'm out.